only drawback to this Xerath is getting ganked and getting his ear swept. So that may seem like a big weakness to some people.
It's a pretty big weakness when you're into
the actual play there, and they make the call, hey, Dig are going to escape from this bottom side gank, no problem. Here we go, counterplay.
Wants to continue following up on this. Ignite Roan and Chime Haymaker out to try and answer Jensen on the pursuit, but that's first blood.
Attempted play. Now we're going to see the Rift Herald, though.
Rich rotating towards Santorin. Two members of Dignitas in Pixel, and Boom goes for the knockup. There's the first ult from Insanity, trying to land as much as he can, and Rich did take a lot of damage, but Santorin is the first to fall. Wild Turtle, Killer Instinct into the back line, manages to flash for Flash, so Rich keeps his life, but loses one of his summoners.
Who wants the Herald
and the
Eyeball?
Herald Eye's just still big. It's good to see Insanity able to get a decent amount of damage down with that first ult, and see if Boogie can collapse upon this play. Rich, a lot of CC to him, tries to escape, cannot do so, did use that flash in that previous fight, so is taken down.
But general sentiment, Boogie good.
Get eyes on Boogie, where is he?
Honestly, though, never mind, bottom side again.
All time venturing forward, Tomo and Poom walking out of it because Boogie's coming to play. There is the downtown right of the arcane. Tomo has to ult, but he can't keep his life as a result. And TSM are the ones to jungle, but it's TSM that are focusing on to the Dragon, and the Rift Herald spawned across mid. At first, some lack of agency. Chime with everything up. All he has to do is run at them to make sure that Jensen can't make his way over.
Oh, they're going for the dive, though.
Back off. There's a Feather Storm from Tomo. Should be able to blade call back. Turtle! Manages to sidestep it! Turtle! Double kill! Wild Turtle!
Outnumber tower dives where you're able to make yourself the star is that your team also gets things on the other side of the map because you're
look ready to let it go completely. TSM keeping control of the river. They have Scuttle, they have some controls down, and Teleport coming in as well. Multiple Chime up, and now the Nature's Grass drawn down. Root into the back line. Insanity takes a decent amount of damage, but look, Tomo is also pushing Chime out of it. Santorin into the back of the pit. Rich going deep to try and find Hanser, but Insanity takes down Santorin. And all the while, it's the jungler lost for
He decides it's time to open up on him and gets the chunk out, gets this dragon for free. That last fight was not the worst angle by Dignitas. They had multiple members of TSM down to around 10. Copium for Dignitas side right here is Rich is able to grab this turret. He's going to keep scaling up.
Get a little bit more standing gold there while having vision control over Baron, but they go for Insanity. He doesn't flash it.
Insanity now flashing away, but gets rooted and knocked back by Santorin. Wild Turtle coming in with the Killer Instinct and going for blood. Picks up the kill onto Jensen, but Dignitas wanting to dish something back. They take down two. Punish him.
Will be vulnerable. Maokai ultimate comes back off of cooldown. And even though Plume had to use a lot to get engages.
All right, so now Wild Turtle alone in mid, knocked up and flashes out. In the end, Chime gets rooted on the entry. The Arcane raining from above once again takes out Jensen, and TSM still standing strong with 3. They lose Wild Turtle, but this time around, they come out with more kills into their pocket, 2 at that, and push Dignitas back.
Interesting, because they keep killing.
Too far from the rest of the team to be able to collapse. It is TSM that will pick up yet another dragon in this game.
Get an ultimate or something out of it, or you take down a Hell's Hell.
Definitely feels like the ball is in Insanity's hands. If he lands enough poke, Dig have a hard time contesting.
Again, with the start of this, Teleport coming in for Dignitas. Boogie ends up flashing away, still rooted, and escapes for the time being, but the flash follow-up. Santorin looking to knock him into the rest of the team. Rich gets the kill. And Dignitas, now with no enemy jungler here to contest, are on the Baron.
Huge pick for Dignitas. Boogie messing around too much in the river.
Riot of the Arcane already used to get a good chunk onto Tomo, who uses the Feather Storm to escape the rest of the damage, but boom, sandwich between Hanser and Wild Turtle, who ends up Killer Instinct into the back line, does pick up the kill onto Tomo, but answered as Jensen ventures forward. Chime now on the retreat with the knuckle down, and Hanser will have to escape.
The Cassante split pushing on bottom side for TSM.
Yeah, we're going to see an engage here out of Santorin.
Santorin locks one. Insanity flashes over the wall, teleports from both sides, but Chime goes into the stasis. Boogie is targeted by Rich, but unstoppable into the backline. Chime has used a showstopper, and Rich trying to get back into the fight, but Hunter has 3 fallen for TSM, 2 for Dignitas, still holding on to the Baron buff. They can go towards the Dragon to try and break through this.
Time to just poke you out of that situation. That's exactly what happened. Tomo got hit low, Jensen got hit low. They both had to teleport back into these fights. I think you actually want to avoid grouping early for the neutral objectives, so that way they can't do this and just keep poking you down.
Tomo's getting pretty good at dodging these ultis, though. Only one of them tagging him this time around.
A little bit more and break up this TSM comp quite a bit, so that way you have less time playing that game.
Another initiation by Santorin, locks onto 2 and into the backline. Poom goes, Insanity being the target, but it's Rich to fall at the hand of Chime. And now Dignitas, they know that Boogie's low, and same can be said for others, but they can't follow up.
It's gonna get harder and harder as she sticks more items into her inventory. Only at 3 right now.
Wild Turtle, killer instincts towards Tomo. Also setting up for that right of the arcane. Tomo not dodging the first, but dodging the last. Then the attention spent onto Jensen. Boogie knocked up in the backline by Poom, but Chime is looking for someone to target. Still has a showstopper available, and that's Baron going down for Dignitas to claim. Chime locking on 1 with a showstopper, but will give his life as a result as soon as Tomo comes into stasis. See if he can finish off multiple members of TSM. Wild Turtle locking on to Jensen, who goes into stasis and ends up punishing him for his crimes. Dignitas coming out with the Baron and 2 eliminated.
The fight on the other side, even with the Kaisa trying to blow the ultimate from Tono into some ultimates from the Xerath. Now we're back into more action here. Haunter
teleport in for Dignitas. Hanser isolated, and TSM getting knocked down. You ain't got no damage with no Wild Turtle or Insanity, so Dignitas see the angle to open things up. They take out the inhibitor, and they are looking towards the Nexus. Still 45 seconds before Insanity spawns, and Dignitas committing to the play. Hanser putting his body in front of the rest of the team, and Poom making sure to shield up as well. Dignitas Santorin taking some damage, but still locking on. Nature's Grasp will be able to grab some, and Tomo kills him off. Dignitas, it's the last you'll see of TSM in 2023. Dig take the win.
Dignitas with the upset, the number 7 seed taking down